Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So for today's episode, we got this cool, amazing pot right here in my hand. If you can see, it's by the brand called Buffalo. And pretty much what this is a brand new smart cooker that you can use to cook rice. You guys can cook anything you guys want on here. And what I mean by you guys can cook anything on here is you guys can actually steam stuff in here, or you guys can fry stuff in here. You guys can even braise stuff in here or mix soup in here. Like the list of stuff that you can do on here is endless. And if you turn on this side, you can see it has some stuff on here. So first thing they mention on here is the fact that it has a detachable steam valve. And pretty much what that means is that it's actually really easy to kind of remove it and clean the top part, which is this part right here. And then the next thing that they mention on here is the induction heating, which means that it can actually heat up 50 times faster than your typical traditional rice cookers or smart cookers. And because it has this induction heating inside the product itself, that means it heats up faster, but also it means that it has the even heat distribution, so that way it can heat everything throughout the product. Third thing they mention on here is the fact that it has the unique Buffalo Clad material for the healthy lifestyle. So the material that they use for the inner stainless steel pot is super healthy. It's not like your other brands or other companies that make their pots. It's made perfectly to the point where it will withstand any kind of scratches and withstand anything that goes wrong with the product itself. Just like how I mentioned right here, it says that stainless steel inner pot with no coating for safe and healthy cooking. And it tells you what the inner layer is, the middle layer, and the third outer layer itself, because this product here, you can see that it has 3 different layers, which is pretty awesome. So first thing first, let me actually open up and show you guys what the product looks like, and then we're going to test it out. So they provide you a little user manual instruction guide on how to use the product and all the different functionality that's on here. Next, they provide you a small little recipe book, so they can give you guys some ingredients and recipes on how to cook certain dishes and whatnot. So right here you can see that a coffee short rib, which is pretty nice of them. Alright, so when we take out the product itself, you guys can see this is basically what it looks like. So it had a protective layer on top so it can protect the product itself, so you guys know it's brand new. But the top part of the steam valve that they mentioned earlier is right here, as you can see. So this part is removable. There's a button right here, and then here is all the touch controls on here. And they do have a little handle that you can use to kind of carry it, that can withstand a lot of weight and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. The back part right here, you can see that there's a slot right here to plug in the cable that they provide you. And the very bottom here, you can see that it has the air ventilator, so again, help prevent the product from overheating and whatnot. So let me put this down first and show you guys what is provided inside. So inside they do provide you a cable to charge up the product and power it up. And then they provide you a little measuring cup for cooking your rice or whatever. They provide you some spoons that you can use to cook your stuff. They provide you 2 of them, 2 different ones. They provide you this extra accessory that you guys can actually put on top of the product itself, like this. So you guys can cook another layer of food on top if you guys want to, and then all the juice can fall on the bottom. Or if you guys want to, you guys can put a plate of food, and that way it won't drop any of the flavors or juice to the bottom of whatever you guys are cooking in the bottom. And then right here you can see the actual product itself, made really nicely and whatnot. You guys can definitely feel the material is much more higher quality than the old one that I tested in the past. But basically this part right here, you guys can use it to cook whatever you guys want to, which you guys will be see in the video. So let me actually go do a quick test of the video first, and then come back and talk more about the product itself. Alright, so just to give you guys a side-by-side comparison of what it looks like. So this is the older one that they have that I've been using for a really long time already, and then this is the new one. So the one right here, you can see you guys can move it right here like this, and you just pour out the water like that. And then once you guys are done, just put it back in like this. For this one, it's very slimmer, but you just move it like this, and then you move the water like that. So you can just twist this part right here to open it, and just pour out the water or whatever. Whereas for the other one right here, you just have to twist like this. And if you guys want to open the product itself, just press this button to open it. And then that's what the interior looks like on this one. If we remove this part right here, that's what the bottom part looks like. And then when you guys open the lid itself, usually the steam or the liquid or whatever falls onto the side right here. And you can just wipe that part off if you guys want to. Whereas for the new one, you guys press this button right here to open it up. And then this part is like this, so it does have this little part, right, so it's easier to kind of protect it and also easier to remove it. And then they have the pot right here where there's more space for it to leak out the water, and it's easier to kind of clean. And if you look at the bottom, you can see that's what it looks like compared to the other one on the other side. And then if you guys take a look at the bottom of the pot, this is what it looks like compared to the other one that I just got. So let me actually plug both of them in to show you guys what it looks like when you guys power it on and whatnot. Alright, so I have the cable right here. I'm gonna plug it in. Alright, so this is basically what it looks like. You can see it's actually really cool compared to the old one right here. Let me plug in the old one as well. So when we plug it in, this is what it looks like for the old one. One thing to also note about the cable wise is the fact that the older one is actually a built-in cable, whereas this one is not a built-in cable. This one's a separate cable. But this one's definitely a lot more cooler. You can see there's more options on here than here. So on the old one, we have white rice, brown rice, porridge, quick cook, clay pot, cake, soup, and steam. Baby food, pasta, slow cook, cake, steam, porridge, rice. Timer, presets, hours, and warm if you guys want to keep the product warm. So those are all the different functionality or options on here. And it does have like this power saving option, so it actually would turn off by itself like that. So that's pretty cool as well. Alright, so today we're gonna mix some soy sauce chicken right here. As you can see, we're gonna put the whole entire chicken in a bit. But first thing we're gonna do is turn on the product itself first. So you guys want to turn on the function of steam. So you guys want to have that on. You guys can set whatever timer you guys need to use. The steaming option is for actually cooking the product and also steaming the product itself with the soy sauce and everything else. So we'll just set it for like 30 minutes for now. You guys can change it later on. So we'll just click on start for now. And it'll start cooking it. So you can actually open it up. And you guys can add stuff in here. Using the technology in here, which is the induction heating. You guys can see it started to heat already. So you guys can actually add stuff in here and start cooking. So I'm gonna add some ingredients in first. So I'm gonna do my best to show you guys what I'm actually doing or what I'm cooking in here. So first thing I'm gonna add is the ingredients right here. You guys can add all the ingredients in here and then start cooking it. And because of the fact that it's scratch proof or whatever, you guys don't have to worry about it. So you guys want to add some oil or soy sauce or whatever, all the ingredients in here. But we're going to stir fry a little bit to kind of cook the ingredients first before actually like putting the chicken and everything else in here. So it's really cool how you guys can actually fry stuff in here, steam it, braise stuff, and mix stews like soup and whatnot. So that's actually really cool. So the soy sauce that I'm adding is this right here, all-purpose marinade for the chicken, you guys can see. So we'll just add a good amount into it first. And then next up, what you guys want to do is add some water in. Alright. So we're just going to cover it up really quick, let it boil a little bit, and then we're going to add the chicken in. So the chicken is right here, you guys can see. So I'm just going to cover it up first. Alright, so we're going to add the chicken in. Just be very careful when you guys add it in. Add it in slowly. So you guys want to like move the chicken around so that way you can get all the flavors throughout the product. So you guys can get both sides so you can flip the chicken. So we're just going to let the chicken kind of like get some of the flavors and whatever on this side first. And then we're going to flip it around on the other side later on. Alright, so we're going to flip the chicken a little bit first. So that way you can get the flavor on both sides. So we're just going to leave it like this for a little bit, and then we're going to flip it over later on when it's boiling or whatnot. That way you can get the flavors on like both sides. Alright, so since it's boiling so much right now, you can actually like flip it around just a little bit so that you can get the flavor on both sides and kind of get that color onto it. Alright. And then we'll probably just flip it again later on so that way you can get the flavor just throughout the chicken itself. But you guys can definitely smell the smell and everything. You guys can see that there's some water and everything right here, so you can just get like a little towel to kind of wipe it off. So in this case I have this towel, so I'm going to use this towel right here. And it's actually really easy to kind of just wipe it off. So while this is cooking, I want to talk a little bit about the actual product itself and what the difference between like the traditional one versus the one that I have right here. So for these, it's actually using an induction heating technology that actually can heat a much faster, 50% faster than your traditional rice cookers or whatever, because it's using the induction heating that you saw in the bottom earlier that I showed you guys. Like there's just so many products nowadays that use induction heating that is so convenient and actually much better and easier to kind of cook stuff as well. So that's why this rice cooker is a lot better than your other competitor rice cooker that doesn't have the smart induction heating that's on this product itself. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Alright, so here we have the final product. You can see, looks really nice and perfect. I just cut up the skin, so that's my fault, but you guys can see that cooked really nicely. The leftover soy sauce, you guys can use it for next time to cook something else if you guys want to. Alright, so we're gonna cook this right now with a smart cooker. We're gonna cook the fish ball first. So we're gonna turn it on, and then we're gonna turn on the steam function on here. So that's the steam function, and just set it to infinity, maybe half an hour or something, and then just fix it later on if you guys need to. Alright, so we're gonna open it. So this is the leftover that I have from earlier, but I'm just gonna use it again to kind of like cook the other vegetable that we have. But I'm gonna add in the fish ball first. Alright, so we're just adding the fish balls, and then we're also gonna add some garlic. And you just casually cook it, add whatever sauce you guys need to, and then you guys can add the other stuff in. So I can smell like everything on here already, but we're gonna add a little bit of the wine. Alright, so that's enough. Definitely love the option how you guys can cook stuff in here, kind of like a wok. So you guys basically don't even need a wok anymore. You guys can just cook stuff in here. You guys can make your rice, make your whole meal in here. Alright, so we're gonna add in the vegetables here. And then just kind of cook it a little bit. Kind of get the flavor first, and then we can add some water in so it can actually cook the product. So we're gonna add in some water now. So once you guys add in the water, you guys can close it and just let it steam and cook the product itself. And then once it's done, then you guys can eat it. But we're gonna keep checking on it every now and then. Alright, so it's been a couple of minutes. We're gonna open up and see what it looks like. Alright, you guys can see that's boiling really nicely. So it's not done yet. I'm gonna cover it back up so I can continue cooking the product. Look at that boil, it's crazy. So this should be almost done. I'm just cover up a little bit longer. And this is our final product. Alright, welcome back guys. So now you guys saw a test of the product. You can see it actually does work and actually works really well. So if you guys look at the side-by-side comparison, you guys can see that there's a huge difference between both of them in terms of like the design and what you guys can do with it. Like the design of the interior pod where it shows you guys the measuring cup is much more clearer and whatnot. When you guys open the lid itself, the water leaks to the side, so it's much easier to clean as well. But in terms of like the touch controls on the product itself, this one's definitely a little bit different. The old one still had like the button to click. This one was just all touchscreen. But that's definitely one thing to kind of consider. But definitely a really cool feature if you guys saw in the video of how I turned it on and whatnot. And one thing that I forgot to kind of like fully describe a little bit more about the actual pot itself right here. So not only is it stainless steel, but there's actually multiple layers. There's 3 different layers of the actual product itself. And then the middle layer is an aluminum core heat conduction layer in between both layers of the Buffalo Clad stainless steel. So now that we did the unboxing and testing of the product itself, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So obviously I have to say that this product is actually worth it if you guys need one or want one of these. Especially if you guys cook a lot at home, if you guys want to like make rice, make porridge, make cake. Like the options you guys have here is endless. You guys can do a lot of stuff on here. Because it uses the steam to kind of cook the rice or like the porridge or the cake itself, you guys can even use like the layer that they provide you here to add some dishes. Like if you guys want to make your own spare ribs or maybe cook some veggies or something, just put this on top layer and just cook another dish on top of the rice itself. So you guys don't have to worry about having another wok or another pot cooking something else on the side. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some of you guys who's gonna ask me like, oh, is this better than other brands out there in the market today? For me, if you guys want my honest opinion from what I have experienced so far and what I've used, I think this brand has to be the best one right now in terms of what you guys are getting out of it. So like the material, the technology, the overall quality and the healthiness of the product itself. The fact that it's also scratch proof and easy to clean makes everything a huge difference. So this one definitely has to be my favorite one if I compare it to other brands like the Elephant brand, Tiger brand and whatnot that are out there today. But then obviously for those guys who don't want one or don't need one, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that you actually do need. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this little unboxing, testing, and feedback about this product itself. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, then make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And if you guys like this video and you just want to see more, then make sure to click on that bell notification in the bottom to be notified of new videos that will be coming up in the future. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace. And then for today's G Squad fan shout out day we have